you could kind of see where it's going in game 1. You could also see where it's going in game 2. In this last one, I really can't tell. Like, both teams more or less seem like they're on a similar skill level. I maybe expected Far Studios...
Look at Jenkins, by the way. He's got a plenty of mangoes, and he's got a plenty queued up.
Yeah, this is how you play Undying, though, right? Like, on the safe lane, every Undying goes the same route. They're mango lovers.
Yep, and Newsham getting ganked in the top lane. 4 heroes showing up out of nowhere. Alpha for the first blood. Yes, sir. It is Satoshi for the Mars to pick it up.
Will this be the Doom? You know, when you get this first blood, I have a feeling... Remember when we talked about the 4 bounty runes? A team that gets 4 bounty runes, they tend to lose more often than they win. A team that smokes up, that's so thirsty for that first blood and gets the first blood, from the games that I watched, they're more likely to lose than to win. You know, there's just something that punishes them.
And now to the bounty runes as well. It is looking the whole time a bit better and better. For Alpha, we went from 4 to 3 to now 2 for Fart Studios. So you got that first blood once again, but only 2 bounty runes. Always a different storyline to be told. And, of course, a bit of a pause. No pause reason given yet, at least, from either team. But we'll be sure to get the game underway in just a little bit. Looking at some of the itemizations, I don't really see anything special here. Just the casual Wraith Band on the Death Prophet build-up. You know, that extra armor still scales pretty well, considering you are up against a Drow. Mars is also somewhat physical damage. You don't want to get blown up during the combo, so an extra Wraith Band doesn't really hurt.
It's one of the best items to start off with.
Exactly.
No matter what you're playing on the side lanes, like almost any hero buys it. So yeah, pretty damn solid. We'll see. Like the lane, Tree, and Drow, like you said, they hit hard. So even with the Braid Band, it won't be like you won't really be that saved by it. It's on Rubik, it's on Newsham to actually mess this lane up, save the DP once they start going on her.
And so the pause is over and get the laning stage underway. It's going to be the Tiny versus the Storm matchup in mid for Soul and Annihilate, who have they've shared good and rough moments in this mid lane. Soul has been coming out with flying colors, especially in the second game. I think Annihilate has been looking a tad bit better as time has progressed. Maybe he just really needed that warm-up. All that he really needed. It is a melee versus range matchup, though, so it is going to be a bit difficult for him to play.
Mid lane? Yeah, mid lane is actually, like, I believe it is Storm favorite, so, like, you're playing melee into Storm. That's never fun. Like, maybe you can outplay him, you know, mess him up a little bit here and there, but overall, you should be winning as a Storm.
Also, Fartest J actually getting a decent amount of damage dealt onto Satoshi. Mars down to half HP. Jenkins trying to battle it out. Does get the waves to connect in front of the easy camp. And in the top lane, Monkeys Forever, Newsham. They would like to get a kill on the Drow if they possibly could. So it is a lot of heavy lifting for Empyrean once again. Keep them at bay.
All these creep skips on the bottom lane didn't really work out. Joker, he did attempt to do it because they're playing... Like, it's rough, right? Like, you're playing 2 strength heroes into an Undying. You really don't want to be laning against him. And it's Jenkins playing the Undying, so he definitely knows the limits of this hero. So they tried...
12 decay stacks.
They're
so
not
just
killing him.
Trading damage.
Yeah,
they're not killing this guy.
They're not killing him here, yeah. It's... They can waste all their mana, they won't kill him. At this point, at least. And also the lane, like Jenkins, will connect the 3 melee creeps now behind the tier 1 towers. So Spectre, he just needs to be careful. Like BSJ needs to be careful not to get like killed for some random creep. Because that can happen. You stick around a little bit too long when your support is drawing the creep wave away.
Still nothing special going on except for Death Prophet having a good time in the laning stage here. 15 CS, 16 now. Pretty much landed every single last hit. You got Crypt Swarm at fairly low mana cost and a good attack animation when you do build up that attack speed. So Wraith Band does help out with that too.
Yeah, right now Monkeys is probably the biggest winner of the laning stage. He's just dominating top.
Yep.
In the last his department at least. Like 18 against 12 of Rises. Like having a really good time.
Well, nothing is really going on except Jenkins. Well, top drops the tombstone. Fart SJ will be joining in the fray. But that is a tombstone cleared out. Extra gold for Alpha. No real threat coming out of these two heroes.
It was a nice attempt, like top lane, they get him, yeah. It was a nice attempt from Jenkins, the way he's the king and he's popping that tombstone to try and bait him into a fight in which maybe they can take it, because he had a lot of strength stolen, but that tombstone just dies way too fast on level 1. I'm not sure this is a fight though. Let's see. Yeah, I'm like, Satoshi and Snap, they go for this. But like, you just don't have strength. Like he's taking your HP and he's taking your damage because you're strength heroes. So you're like, you push Fart SJ back, but the Fart SJ bro is tankier than you are at this point.
Yeah, it's a bit rough. Rough for Satoshi. Maybe this is one of the weaknesses potentially of the Mars right now. I feel like Snapfire Mars is really good, but it's just because Undying is just too strong as a support. Definitely the one implicating factor here. Jenkins is absolutely loving this laning stage as an Undying. It's like, you're so good against the duos.
Yeah, they just gave up on creep skipping too. So, yeah, rough time. By the way, this Drow Ranger set literally looks like Crystal Maiden.
Crystal Maiden, yeah. About to say the same thing. It's like, yeah, you got a support running around. No, wait, that's Drow. That indeed is not a Drow. That is a Satoshi dead and a Tombstone farmed.
Yeah, look, I said that these two drafts are very even, but if Fart SJ gets all his farm, like, and if he's not pressured in the lane, this is not even. Like, this game is gonna be heavily favored to the Dire.
All right, we've got quite a game brewing in our hands in terms of Alpha. This laning stage is not really going in their favor. Potentially top is being somewhat, well, I wouldn't say tied up, like DP's obviously got an edge here. Mid is the, the last frontier, right? Jenkins just denies himself with the tower, nothing to see there.
It's the one you expected though. Like, yeah, mid lane you kind of expected to go well for the Storm. And even the mid lane isn't that bad for Annihilate. Like, he's found some farm, he's found the levels. It's just the fact that Storm has been untouched. Like, he can perhaps make the difference. Like, Storm into Spectre is a funky one because early on in the game as Storm you can always follow her through the trees with Ball Lightning, so...
And Soul is making the rotation bottom. Spectre found with the Undying TPing mid. That is going to be a costly move from Fart Studios. Alpha will find a kill on the big core Spectre. Top lane Empyrean also being bullied by Monkeys Forever, but the distance is a bit too far away for the Rubik to catch up. You do have boots though, but Monkeys doesn't want to waste too much time on a kill that probably might not even happen if he gets to the safety of the tier 2 tower. Yeah, Undying TP at mid, wanted to refill Annihilate's bottle. They saw that Storm was already moving to bottom and found the Spectre kill. That was a good move from Alpha. And great timing as well when you consider Storm was already moving there. Satoshi gonna get surrounded. Just gonna get poked away from the lane. Empyrean, however,
he's fine.
He's really playing with his life here. Multiple attempts to get close and always losing over half of his HP.
As long as they're going on him, they're not going on Drow, so he's kind of doing his job. It's fine for him.
Building space. Soul at the Ball Lightning to safety to get away from Annihilate.
He should just TP bottom now on Storm probably and attempt a Spectre kill once again. Like the thing is, you want to kill the Spectre before she hits 6. Once she hits 6, you can most likely expect a tiny rotation towards the top lane, and then you pop Haunt and you go on Drow. Like that's something that's like a 101 play.
Ooh, Invis rune to be yoinked away from the Storm Spirit, who just TP'd back in mid for the 8-minute rune. It's taken away by the Tiny.
TP's mid and he's instantly on half HP, half mana. Yeah, that's a rough one.
And doesn't get to make a rotation to the side lanes either. Tough situation.
Bot lane.
Drow also hiding in the tree line, but bottom, yep, they are diving right now. Joker, Satoshi, they get Farthest J pinned
Storm
to the tree.
Coming.
And now, can they make this happen? Rise is also joining the fray. They really want to punish Spectre for his past sins, and they will do so. There's a tombstone on the high ground. They will just ignore it. A lot of zombies running around. Jenkins dropping low, getting speared up and blown away. Maybe even Newsham as well. The cookie, the lift tried to cancel it out, but he's still going to get stunned anyway. Satoshi and Joker so close to getting this
Tiny's
kill.
coming.
But there's the Tiny coming in. I annihilate. Double kill on the horizon. He will take it.
Yeah, he just saved that whole play. It could have been a disaster for Far Studios just because they dove so hard. Like everything that they should have done to the Drow does to them. Like instead of Spectre haunting in on the top, by the way, Monkey popped his ulti, so he's just gonna take the tier 1 tower. Instead of them doing that on top lane, it's the Drow that TP's in because of that over-aggression. But she might die too.
Oh yeah, she just got the full health as well. Rises goes down. Maybe Farthest J can tune into the top lane for potential a second kill. Empyrean very low. Soul trying to keep them away. They won't be able to get this one, but they were able to find Rises in bottom. So they first got a double on Annihilate. Then he follows up with a third kill. Wait, are they still looking to fight top? They popped the Mango and Soul. Yeah, they want to go. Arena pop down. Monkeys will be caught.
It's the Mars. He rotates in. They get the kill. Like both of these teams are just playing the right moves more or less, but overstepping.
Yeah. And there's the Drow kill.
Yeah.
Easy.
They're just doing a little bit too much in the end. Instead of like just being happy with that one kill they get, they pushed a bit too far and they get punished for it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
6-6 on the board. Triple net worth lead on the side of Fart Studios. Annihilate is very close to his Blink Dagger. This is going to be his best Blink timing during this series. Out of the 3 games played on Tiny, this is definitely looking like the best. Rotations paying off. Surviving the lane against Storm. All things accounted. Also topping net worth, so...
This is a hard kill. Like if he's alone without the haunt...
Can you get Joker?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's not gonna get him. It's hard to approach him. Even if you
You're not gonna get us.
even if you do approach him, he's got like 940
they're
HP.
rotating in for bottom. Monkeys shows himself in the lane. Satoshi from the side. Joker's also there. And here comes Soul. Mortimer's kisses with the spear. That's a dead DP. They can't get to the Tiny. Newsham also teleports in. Bit of poke on the Tiny. He will regenerate. Arena's up in 3.
Yeah, they don't
They
want to
could
go back.
again.
They will. Is there a haunt on Spectre? No, 60 seconds away. I'm surprised they didn't go in. Like, there's no haunt, but at the same time, maybe without Mortimer's kisses, you don't have enough damage. Like, you're under the tier 1 tower. They would TP and they would defend it, so...
Yeah, I guess it's like the threat of Undying Tombstone to turn around and Storm only having half of his mana. Like, if you go in, there's no way going out.
Yeah, probably for the best. Just chill out. Wait a little bit. You're in no rush. Like, you can defend your tier 1 mid.
Dire's middle tower.
I think that's a bigger...
Yeah.
like, it's of more importance anyway. Tiny goes in
the
with the blink.
Storm. Oh, the cookie. Oh, it's just enough Soul gets out. The cookie saves him. Didn't get enough right-click hits out, and Satoshi gets to turn around. They've got Monkeys forever. Exorcism is popped as well. The Tombstone cleared out by the Snapfire. DP in a bit of trouble here. They got the multi-shot from Rises with the haste rune. Just runs on top of Jenkins, looking for the kill. Can't quite get it. Joker's already down. It goes to Rises. Here comes Farthest J. And Rises overextends. The Drow goes down. Satoshi dies to Newsham.
Man,
They all just got ripped to pieces.
PSG just has to be so sad. He's popping these haunts just as heroes are dying. He's trying to get some last hits, and he never gets any. Like in the last two, at least haunts, but at least he has assists. It's good, and he's getting closer to the relic. Did he decide not to? Yeah, he had a blade mill queued up, by the way, but instead he just decided to go for Radiance instead. Radiance is in a good spot at the moment. I don't think it's a bad pickup for him. Like, Blade Mill would have been good too, but maybe it would allow him to farm Ancients a little bit earlier. That's probably the benefit of the... Probably the benefit of the Blade Mill, but it's fine like this.
And there's a big stack for him to farm here as well. Jenkins is going to help him out. It's plenty of gold, considering he was sitting even after finishing the relic. Probably going to push him up to like 500 gold, something like that. Be optimistic. Okay. Well, Joker goes down at the same time. Just a casual pick-off.
Yeah, they left the broom handle. Jenkins going to pick it up at least. He's going to find it.
He's not going to use it.
I mean, you can take it on DP at least for the armor. It's not terrible.
I mean, someone should, right? He's just sitting in the base right now. Maybe they're, maybe he's trying to get it together with the Guardian Greaves. 200 gold away, Monkeys Forever, having a great timing on this too. You've got scary items coming for Fart Studios. What about Alpha? I feel like there's nothing on the horizon for at least several minutes. Blink on Mars doesn't really feel like it's massive.
I mean, it's the biggest item that they can get. Like, it allows them to play the game. At the moment, they can't play it, so the moment he gets the blink, you have different ways of initiating that don't require your position tool to just put himself in danger. So with the blink, both of these teams now can play. We'll see just who executes better in the mid-game. You have Mortimer's Kisses with the blink Mars, and on the other side you have blink Tiny and Greaves on DP, so... both of them are ready and primed to fight. Let's see.
Gonna call for a big bit of a pause for Alpha. Get their setups in order. Little breather doesn't hurt as long as you still stay fully focused on what's at hand.
You gotta hydrate, you know, from time to time.
Yep.
It's important.
That too. And the blink is on the courier on the way for Satoshi. So probably what they're planning right now, probably not planning during the pause. I mean, they might as well. But where to go, who to get, and what's the plan after?
What would you do? What would Panda do? T-Panda.
What would Panda do? I mean, if I was, say, Joker, I've got Morty's ready. We're getting a Blink Arena. We would basically take this nice little route. Okay, I can't actually draw on the map, but I can't actually draw on the ground either because we're paused. But we will go to the enemy triangle. We're looking for Fart SJ because we know that there's probably a Radiance coming up. He's not showing up in any lane. We go to kill the Spectre. We ward the triangle, maybe even block the Ancient Camp. Head towards pushing mid-wave into a tier 1 kill. Then chill for a bit. They're probably going to counter-initiate at that time. If we found the Spectre and we killed the Spectre, get the tower in mid, chill for a little bit. They're going to try and re-engage potentially, maybe even counter smoke because they finished the Radiance. They should be, well, you could say Tiny has Blink now, so you've got Radiance Blink. That's a great timing for Fart Studios to fight back. So just try to dodge and avoid. So kill, tower, dodge.
Damn, bro, you just made the scenario for the full game. I was like, what's your smoke direction? And he's like, yeah, we're gonna do the triangle, take tier 1 mid, then we're gonna take tier 2.
You're gonna plan ahead.
After that, Aegis is ours. After we take that easy Aegis, the game is gone. That's it. We take the throne. GG, well played.
Plan ahead. Gotta plan ahead and hope things work out. Well, let's see if anything of that clicks.
Yeah, you have those...
They're not going triangle.
You have those nasty winters in Finland, so I can see why you have to plan. It's understandable.
Like they're just going to stand behind Rises for a bit of a bait play. Okay. And, well...
Perfect. I think this is kind of exactly what would have happened to you as well, and all your plans.
Yeah, I mean, this is also this is a possible scenario, right? But, I mean, if they went straight to the triangle, probably nothing would have really happened there. Anyway, the whole situation is diffused. Your whole plan just went down the garbage bin. got to start setting up for yourself another plan, and that is to face a Radiance, to face a Blink on the Tiny. They're going to jump on Monkeys forever, though. Are we going to get a Haunt? There's a TP coming in from Annihilate. They will finish off the TP first. Takes a bit of time with the Mortimer's Kisses, but Fart Studios, they can definitely take this fight. Empyrean found in the front line. Overgrowth available. Will he get to use it? No, the Haunt looks like it might just kill him. Uses the Overgrowth to keep the illusions at bay. Pushes away the Spectre. Jenkins drops down the Tombstone as well, diving behind the tower. They're going to spear connecting onto Satoshi. Satoshi down, and Annihilate goes straight for the back line. Hits down Joker. Soul, he's going to be pretty much the sole survivor because Rises is already out. They're going to lose the tower and a team fight.
Structures are
Yeah.
fortified.
Alpha, they have one big issue in this game. Can you recognize it? Like, do you see what it is? Like, there's even your smoke into triangle does not work because of this issue. Like, they haven't taken a single tier 1 tower. Like, it's incredibly
Very
difficult to make any sort of a play without getting punished for it.
Bottom tower
They're moving top with the storm. Maybe they can kill monkeys here.
Long zap with the regen. Rune regen actually cancelled out with a Crypt Swarm, but doesn't matter. Monkeys should be dead. No TP. Nowhere to go.
Everyone
Too much damage.
Everyone TP'd bottom, right? So even if they
Ready
wanted
for the
to,
rescue.
they can't help him. But they really need to take some objectives. If you don't take down these tier 1 towers, like, you can play on your side of the map perhaps, but that's about it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, right now all the Fart Studios fans are ecstatic. Fart Studios winning the opening game of their season by at least with the current pace. Just need to not make too many mistakes, not drop the ball, not dive the fountain. But Poshi, stun actually connects on Joker instead. Stolen Spear almost connects, but a 3-man arena comes out. And a stolen arena placed down on the ground as well. Overgrowth onto 3. The Cookie pushes away the Dream Protector. And here comes Soul. He's going to clean house. No matter if you steal the arena, you ain't really going to do much with it. Double for the Storm and happy to take a 3 from Fart.
Honestly, I don't know how that could have went any worse for Far Studios.
Tell
Like,
me about it.
everything that they did was just a hit. Like, they tried, but they missed. Tiny jumps in. He can't really find the target. Rubik uses Spear of Mars, but he misses as well. Like, they get baited way too deep in. Mars didn't even have to do anything. He just welcomed them into the arena.
Yeah, 2 missed abilities into a turnaround. That's the classic, right? He steals the ring, but you're only just buying time. The Overgrowth kind of messes you up. You also got actually Joker had the shard picked up there, so he did a bit of extra pool damage there with the Cookie stun. Just made it easier for Soul to clean them up. So even if there was something, you know, a wild Haunt or whatever, Haunt was still on cooldown nevertheless, so no turnaround. But he is getting closer to Ags on Fart SJ. 2 more pieces to go to finish off the item. Get those single Haunts out there. Single Farts.
Annihilate might get baited here.
Yeah, that might exactly be the case, but Rises is dead and Storm's gonna follow suit as well. It's all calculated. Soul loses his streak. That's the first time he died this game.
Absolutely no baits. That was perfect for Far Studios.
Yep.
And that's a
Sometimes-
Spectre. Yeah, that's a Spectre with 1,000 gold away from Agrims.
Sometimes the trip can be very long, but the moment you run out of the car, you know it's business. You gotta run. That's all calculated.
Wait,
waiting for the moment.
what car are we running out of?
You know, I'm just making a silly joke out of Fart Studios, you know, taking a long trip. When are we home? Are we finally home?
Okay,
And,
okay,
you know,
I see,
you're
I
just
see.
waiting to run to the toilet after a long trip. But yeah, that's done and dusted.
I get
you
it,
know.
I get it.
They are going to go for the jump. However, Soul trying to catch monkeys forever. Jenkins going to drop down the Tombstone. They do have backup on the way, but they should be able to clean them out. Soul's taking a hell of a lot of damage from that. Was that an exorcism? It looked like it was, but it's a lot of damage he took there. Rises. What is Rises doing? Oh, no. Oh, that is painful. That is really painful. You just lost your carry for Rises ending up in the wrong place.
Just Jenkins debating them. Jebatinkins or something. I don't know. He got him behind the trees. Rises like it wasn't really that much of a mistake for him to follow. Can they kill Joker here as well? He's being baited. Like there's a Tiny with the blink, man.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
not going to
okay.
end up well.
Storm. Never mind. Yeah,
One
like,
after the other.
so basically yeah, that's why they tipped Jenkins. Drow went a bit too deep to finish him off, but he didn't know that there's a haste on Tiny. Like if there's no haste on Tiny, you see him mid, you kind of figure out, okay, I've got this amount of time to finish off the Undying and then I'll fold back. But he pops that haste, he's instantly in the fight. Finishes, rises off. Unfortunate for him.
This is really rough for Alpha. Like, it feels like since game 2, they haven't really been able to get themselves together as a team. Like, they're just on the different page. They're like, when they're on those team fights, right? When it's coming through Joker and Satoshi, they've got a clean idea of what they want to execute. Soul sits into the picture, but I feel like Rises is just not quite on, you know, he's not on the same frequency. At least that's what it feels like. In game 2 as well, there were fights where he'd be all by himself on the other side of the river. And it's like, wait, what is he doing here? Like, obviously, he's looking for a kill, but that just makes you a prime target to go for, right?
It is.
He's got to be careful with it.
Prime one.
He's playing a glass cannon after all. Attempting to set up in mid. Art Studios on one side of the tree line, Alpha on the other.
Smoke up. Baiting perhaps a little bit on Rises. It's a dangerous bait because he's most likely gonna die. If they go on him, he doesn't have a BKB, 1500 HP with agile power treads. Partis J.
Oh, the jump coming all the way to the back, but they do get the haunt off just in time, and they're focusing on an illusion right now. Fartis J is scot-free. Alpha's about to drop. Everyone's getting assimilated, and they've lost 4 into 5. Team-wide Fart Studios take that. Alpha, oh, they just got outplayed 100% there.
We are the Borg. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. Is that where we were going with it?
Yup. All your base are belong to us. Alpha, I don't think there's going to be much of a base left. Look at the replay on that.
Yeah, that was really nice from him. The fact that he finds the snap as well, instantly. Good job, DSJ. Very well done. And everyone from the side of Far Studios was fast enough to respond.
Yeah, that's like mind blown. Like, oh, that could not have gone worse. That was literally the worst case scenario. You lost everybody in that fight, got no kills at all, and Fart Studios walks out scot-free. Payday.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, when you're making a move such as that one, it just feels overextended. Like you're a little bit too far with the storm. Even if your teammates manage to follow you up, like what are the... It's a high risk, but the reward is high, but the risk is just way too high.
Yeah, high risk, high reward. High risk, low reward can also be the case. Empyrean taken down by Fartis J with the Aghanims, and I annihilate. This guy just continues to rip them apart. 3 heroes dropping low from one singular combo. They're looking to hunt down Rises, but they will finish off Satoshi first. He turns around for the multi-shot for a bit of extra damage, but also reveals his location. However, they can't get there. The shard from Mars preventing these blinks from going off.
Storm has very low amount of mana and HP, but he does have a TP, so he should be fine. Yeah, he just TPs away from top.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see that full control of the game is in Fart Studios' hands. Like,
you have your farts in control. All right.
Yeah, they just need to. Exactly, they have it in control for now. I feel like an easy rush into a push should be the play for them.
Oh, this game, or this series in general, like this has been going so far that I honestly would have loved if we had the time to do an interview, but we're already behind the schedule. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get the time to talk with the lads. Hopefully, there's a small chance. I hope we actually do get that, but no promises. You don't get to talk a little about the team and stuff. But Alpha, if they are able to turn this one around, you're looking at a hell of a miracle right now. Like, you've got to pull off some kind of Hail Mary out of your sleeve. What is the win condition here, Lizard? How do you win this game on Alpha? Tons of mistakes. Yes, that can always happen in Division 2, but what else?
That's just some BKB on draw, and you defend the high ground forever. You're at that point of the game. You're 15k behind with the glass cannon. 15k behind with the glass cannon is always the same. You're defending high ground. That's your win condition. Like getting out of the base and actually making stuff happen, probably not gonna work.
Good old high ground. Let's see if they can hold it. Kaya Sanj picked up for the Storm Spirit. Needed that extra bit of tankiness. He picks up the DD rune for the Tiny, so if he was already doing a lot of damage, well, he's going to be doing even more, and they're reading Satoshi's movements to the top lane. He just shows up in the lane for Ionelli to just grab him. Easy.
BSJ just uses his Shadow Step as well. Helps out a little bit, gets an assist. That's it. And now you can use Haunt, mid lane.
And that's your carry. It's your carry down, and that's going to be the rest of them falling as well. Stolen cookie from Newsham. Soul trying to do what he can, at least get a kill for himself. Joker trying to run the hell out of there. He's got 4 seconds for Glimmer Cape, but he's not going to be as lucky to run away from this fight. Alpha losing 4, of which the Mars dropped in the top lane.
Their problem is they're being picked off before the high ground push even happens. And I understand that you're trying to get some farm on the map, but the heroes that you have aren't the greatest at creep skipping. Maybe Storm can do it, everyone else is just... And the too sluggish, you know. One Blink Dagger on Mars and that's it. They need to find ways of getting out on the map.
Good read from Danny. Almost catching Soul there, zapping into the top lane. Always got to try.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, picked up the jump out on the Undying. Jenkins trying to survive, healing up. The Soul Rip's going to be just enough. Mortimer's Kiss is doing a lot of work. They really want that Jenkins kill. They will get it. But again, Ryze is just being caught on the other side of the fight, and he's almost dead instantly. The cookie save just needs a little bit more. Monkeys forever, waiting for the Crypt Swarm opportunity, and he will get it.
I think this game, you don't have to call at the moment. You still have your Storm up. Mars has buyback, but it is in the GG range. Like, this is definitely in GG range.
This is now unwinnable, yeah.
Yeah, 25k behind. Everyone is dead on your side. Like, you can wait for another fight if you're Soul. By the way, Soul once again having a pretty positive score. Like, he's 6-2. Only 2
positive
deaths.
Remarks.
Yeah. Like, play the Storm. All right, he had a couple of bad fights, but that's it.
Kind of reminds me of Valotka from yesterday. They were able to win the series in the end. Mark Studios just showing the perseverance, just showing them the perks of a stronger team. And they found the Storm Spirit. They're going to punish his KDA right away. Talking about good stats, he did. Satoshi trying to do something, but this game has just gone too far. Mark Studios, after they clean out the remainders here, all they need to do is just finish up some buildings or force Alpha to tap out. But a strong comeback when you think about it. Game 1 wasn't really going in any way in the hands of Bart Studios. Outdrafted a little bit, outplayed a little bit. But they got themselves together. The team that, the team that does the least mistakes usually is the one to win the game. And this has been a great performance from them so far.
They kept it PMA, they kept it BSJ.
Yeah, exactly. That's the punchline.
They made it work. Like, you do have Storm in 2 with the Mars. Maybe they're hoping for BSJ to dive the fountain once again, but he's not doing that anymore. He's just hitting. He's like, where is he? He's in Sweden right now. It's like 3 a.m. He's like, get me out. I want to go to bed.
And so we have it. Fart Studios that will take their opening series of Division 2, take a win. Alpha, they might have taken game 1, but they're not able to keep the package together. So that was,